Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. Today, of course, Tobago Thursdays, as we always do. We head back across to Tobago. This morning, we're chatting with the director of the Tobago Civilnet, Mr. Rodney Pigott, as we prepare for their presentation, or maybe a chat, a moderated panel. Good morning to you, Mr. Pigott.
Good morning, sir. So, Rawkus, how are you this morning?
I am good for now. Welcome to the Now Morning Show. Let's get into it one time. Firstly, what is Tobago Civilnet? What was the purpose of the Civilnet? What do they do?
Well, Tobago Civilnet is comprised of civilians, citizens who, after hearing so many times people saying, hey, we need to do something, other than just simply whisper and talk in the corner and complain. People need to just come together and see what can be done to help our politicians govern our space,
Right.
because citizens have a responsibility to contribute to governing their space, not just elect persons, put them in office, and then the citizens go back in a corner and sit down and let 12 or 15 people pull an entire country. That's
Right.
just not possible. So Civilnet is such a response to that outcry that citizens need to get involved in their space. And so that is what we're doing. We're getting involved in our space.
All right. So then, as the THA election approaches on December 6th, tell me about the upcoming panel that you're having, the THA 2021 election chat with a chief.
Yes. Well, over the course of the campaigning and so forth, the election season, we've held many forums on Zoom. We've held 6 altogether, 3 with candidates of the various parties that contributed, and 3 with civil society. We had 3 very powerful themes, the first being navigating the pandemic. The second being on education. Are we miseducating the Tobagonian? A very provocative subject. And the third being people participation and imperative to good governance. And of course, that was wrapped up on November 18th with those 6 forums. Our
Right.
final contribution in this election season is to now pull together the parties that have responded to have what we call a chat with a chief. These are going to be the individuals who are vying to be chief secretary or want to position themselves to be chief secretary, should they win their constituency and should their party be positioned to offer them that chance. And so that will be held on December 1st. It will be in the studio of Tobago Channel 5, so they will be broadcasting that. It will be well moderated by Mr. Martin George. And the 3 candidates have responded, 3 parties have responded. The Innovative Democratic Alliance Party, IDA, with Dr. Denise Angus, the People's Democratic Patriots, PDP, Mr. Farley Augustine, and Unity of the People, Ms. Nkosi Phillips. So those 3 participants will be in the studio of Tobago Channel 5 responding to questions that we have foraged from the community, from the civilization here in Tobago, via comments we've seen on Facebook and what people are really talking about and want to know. And so we've put together a list of questions that the moderator will then put to these prospective chief secretary, and they will of course respond in kind. This is a conversation, a chat. We have deliberately stayed away from the word debate. We're not here to contribute to the campaigning commerce and what typically goes on. People are saying that they want to hear responsive conversations. They want to hear what is actually on these candidates' minds for their vision for Tobago, not scripted narratives, just preaching in front of their constituency. But actually, can you sit down on a stage and respond to questions that you have not actually written yourself, and so you have that response at your fingertips. You know, these are questions people want to know. So that is what's going to be taking place in the studio of Tobago Channel 5, December 1st, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
December 1st from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Can you hint at some of the questions that people that have been coming in, or that you guys have been collecting, that people really want to find out about, the things that people want to know?
All right. I don't naturally have them, you know, in my head here. We have them pooled in our database, but there are questions pertaining to the leadership of these individuals. There'll be pertinent questions put towards their leadership. There are questions geared towards their vision for governing the Tobago space, should they actually get into that position to do so. So the questions are more categorized, dealing with your personal leadership style and dovetailing into your more expansive vision should you get into a position to actually govern the Tobago space.
Well, this sounds like it will be a very interesting conversation indeed. I look forward to it. And is it going to be streamed anywhere else besides Tobago Channel 5? Like if we wanted to see it online?
Yes, very good question. Thanks for asking. It will also be on Facebook, Tobago Channel 5's Facebook page. It will also be on Tobago Civilnet Facebook page. So those two additional areas for those who may not have Channel 5 in their home as one of their channel lineups, they will be able to go to Facebook and literally view it on those respective pages.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning and for sharing this information. And I wish you all the best with this conversation that's happening on December 1st. And I'm curious, though, if, for example, you were to get a late response, is there possibility to add another person vying for chief to the conversation?
Well, yes, and that's a very good question. One of the things we're hearing from the public already is that they're asking, where is the PNM? Where is this party? Why aren't they responding? Of course, we sent out invitations to all of the parties equally. The three parties responded, yes, we'll be there. We did not hear from the PNM. We've contacted them through various means. Finally, we got a response saying that it conflicts with their campaigning. They already have something scheduled for that time frame, so it conflicts. But people are asking and requesting that this party literally responds to this call from the civil society. We're not a political party, we're civil society. So we are the people that these parties are coming to say, vote for us. So we're saying, this is what we want you to do for us. And so people are really questioning their lack of response to that. So if in fact that they do decide to respond to the people and respect the wishes and the call of the people, we are prepared as an organization to make last-minute adjustments to accommodate them, because this is the will of the people.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Pigott, and sharing this information with us. And I hope that it goes well on December 1st. And, I encourage everybody to go check it out and learn as much information as you can as we head to the polls for the THA elections. Thank you again for joining us this morning, Director of Tobago Civilnet, Rodney Pigott.